So Larchfield Estate, we formed as a company nearly 20 years ago, and we initially did weddings and events, and then we've expanded over the years gradually into self-catering accommodation. And recently we've just opened a self-storage facility. We identified the need for the technology through probably quite a bit of frustration of lots of losing of keys and a lot of time spent collecting keys, of clients locking themselves out and various bits and pieces. So we applied under the Internet of Things, IoT, and we have 2 systems now which run the entry system into the estate. So on our gated entry, if someone books a storage facility online or a storage unit online, they get an automated code that they can then use for access into the estate. If they don't go to their specific unit, there's a unit allocated to them obviously. If they don't go to that specific unit within a set period of time, we get an alarm, which means that we know from a security aspect it may not be the individual the code was issued to that is now on the premises. Regarding the accommodation side, we have over 20 rooms here, sleeping up to 43 people who come and go at different times of the day and night, and leaving keys indoors when there's someone who wants to check in after a good party somewhere else at 3 o'clock in the morning, or leave early with a flight, etc. Isn't necessarily it's quite archaic the way that we were working. So the door systems, again, someone books a room, they're given a unique code to them, and that opens their property and only their property, which again gives them more security. First of all, when I first looked at the DTFF grant, I wasn't sure that it would apply to us. I wasn't sure that the solutions we were looking for would fall underneath it. So I went to one of their briefing sessions, which again I'd recommend, because it means that you're in touch straight away with someone who you can talk to face to face, and you can identify your need and how it might match up with the funding that's available. From customers and clients, I think that they've all been quite impressed. You get, oh, this is smart, etc. as well. And again, when we were looking for the door locks, for example, we wanted to make sure that it was easy for the customer, for the client. So some door locks don't light up in the dark, but the ones that we went for do, so that you can actually see the numbers that you're trying to type in. And again, I think when you're embracing new technology, it needs to be thought about from a practical point of view and what the needs are of the customer coming in. So the future of the business, I think we will continue to adopt digital technologies. I think it's about identifying where there's a need and where it makes individuals' lives much simpler. So all those little bugbears that we have with various elements of our roles, how we can use digital technology to transform that and make us more efficient in the workplace. The DTFF funding definitely fast-forward our business journey. Without it, we would not be having the remote access that we have currently. We can all log onto our phones, log onto the laptop from anywhere and see what's happening, who's coming and going. We can identify when the key football periods are, so it's been superb.